Meanwhile, the Makati Business Club has thrown its support to the Belmonte's resolution. Again, the details from Freddie Abando.
Past attempts to amend the Constitution failed without the support of the country's business sector. But given the gains of the economy under the leadership of President Aquino, the mood has changed in favor of the exercise which will boost the country's competitiveness in a global economy.
It is the position of the Philippine business groups that the favorable decision on this resolution by Congress will be a valuable component towards our ultimate aim of poverty reduction through increased national competitiveness and job creation. Second point, we believe it is most timely to pursue constitutional amendments since there are numerous positive factors that are converging in our country's favor. Our population is young, dynamic, very capable. Our macro fundamentals are solid and getting stronger. And the Philippines is back on the map of the investing world as a hotspot, as an attractive point for doing business. Our collective position is this: we must do all that we can to improve our investment environment for the creation of jobs, especially with this narrow window of opportunity that we have today.
The consensus in the business sector, amendments to several economic provisions will greatly impact on the entry of foreign direct investments. China tops the list in Asia with over $1 trillion of investments for the past 10 years. In ASEAN, the Philippines is at the tail end. Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia, and Indonesia are ahead. The restrictive provisions prevent the flow of foreign capital to finance infrastructure projects, public utilities, communications, and technology transfers. If these provisions are liberalized, its benefits will be massive to job generation and the reduction of poverty.
Inclusive growth is not happening with the fast GDP growth because it is based growth, not a productive growth. I did a survey late last year, of all the business chambers, and I had responses from a reasonable number. You don't get a high response in surveys, unfortunately, but I think reasonably representative. And as you can see, 89% of businessmen, and this is not foreign businessmen, this is Filipino businessmen, Filipino business chambers. If they don't see a threat to their businesses from foreigners, why should anyone else? They see it as an opportunity. They see it as a growth for the country, and therefore something that should be done.
The great advantage of this resolution in that it will enable the Philippines to be much more nimble and responsive to changes in requirements for capital, in conditions for capital investment. Constitutional change is a laborious, politically sensitive, and long process. It took Canada 100 years to get its constitution home, and many more years afterwards to amend it. In today's world, to encourage investment, you have to be able to respond quickly. And the key element of this resolution is that it allows the Congress to react quickly to change in external circumstances.
Failure to act on these amendments will leave the Philippines out of the newly created Trans-Pacific Partnership, or TPP. Their consensus: if the country is out of this group composed of the major economic powers, its competitiveness will be reduced considerably.
I don't think there's really an option, because the job situation, the poverty situation, the challenge facing this generation of leadership and the next generation of leadership is to maximize investment, domestic and foreign, by creating the proper environment for it to grow in.
For the People's Television Network, this is Freddie Abando reporting.